Movie-grade special effects used to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars and months of time to create, and now you can do it from your bedroom. I'm about to share 5 super easy AI visual effects that you can create today with just your phone and an AI tool site. As we go along, each effect is gonna get a little bit more complex, but don't worry, I'm gonna walk you through it step by step, and I guarantee that you can do even the most difficult one. Let's start with the easiest visual effect shot out there. Flight. First, you want to find a bed or an ottoman, really anything that you can lie down on. Set your phone or camera up just above it so that when you're lying on top of it, your face height is directly in line with the camera. Next, take a photo or a screenshot from a video of you in your flying pose, then import that into your AI site. I'm using Freepik for this video. Select Nano Banana Pro and enter this prompt. Change the environment to make this man look like he's flying through the sky. Extreme realism, motion blur on the clouds as he flies past. Do not change the camera angle. Hit generate, and then once you get a result that you like, use that photo as a start frame in an AI video generator. Select Kling 3.0 as the model, and then input this. Create a scene of a man flying through the sky. Wind whips past his face and clouds fly by, disappearing into the distance behind him, giving a sense of speed. Natural motion blur, ultra real cinematic 24mm lens. Hit generate, and just like that, you're Superman. I tried a couple of different methods for this using video reference and green screen, but this method is the only one that gets things like the hair motion and the movement of the clouds right. That's not to say that video reference doesn't work sometimes, because that's how I got shot number 2. This water effect is incredibly simple. It really just takes a little bit of acting. First, set the camera about head height in your room and record yourself walking in the scene with your arms up as if you're wading through water. Make sure that you shuffle your feet and fake a bit of invisible resistance if you really want to sell it. Take this video and upload it to a video to image model. The best one out there is Kling 03, also known as Kling 3 Omni. Once your source video is uploaded, enter this super simple prompt. The man trudges through waist-deep water in his room. Realistic water physics and fluid motion. Realistic reflections of light from the water. No warping. Hit generate, and after just a few minutes, you should have something that looks like this. Out of all the AI effects, this one is actually the most impressive to me, because fluid physics is one of those things that even the best CGI programs have a lot of trouble replicating, and this just got it in the first try. We're not done with this shot yet though. Video to image models look impressive, but they're still not very good at creating sound effects for the videos. So to finish the shot, open up your editing software. Like usual, I'm using DaVinci Resolve, and the next 3 effects that I'm going to show you will use Resolve as well, but other softwares like Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro have similar tools to all of the ones that I'm going to be using with Resolve. So if you're using a different software, don't worry, you don't need to switch. You're just going to have to adapt it to that software's workflow. First, import your original unedited shot to the timeline. Next, drag the video from your special effects shot on top of your original shot and line it up so that the new shot is exactly aligned frame by frame with the old one. This means that the audio is also going to be synced, and that's super important if you have any sort of dialogue in the video. After this, all you need to do is add some splashing or like sloshing sound effects to really give the water some life, and you can get those from a sound effect library like Epidemic Sound. Once you've added those to the shot and everything sounds good, you have got a finished special effects scene. What happened? The third effect is arguably even easier than the last one. Just like our water shot, you're gonna have to flex your acting muscles here. Take a video of yourself short of breath. Personally, I chose to hold the camera myself because I thought it felt more real. The only thing that's really important to get right is when you want yourself to disintegrate into nothing, you need to make sure that the camera is stationary. For this shot right here, I simply put it down on the ground. At the point where you want the disintegration to begin, take a screenshot of the video. This is going to serve as our start frame. Now fast forward to a point in the video where you're out of frame, but the camera hasn't moved yet. Now take another screenshot. This is our end frame. Import these into Kling 3.0 and enter this prompt. The man lying on the ground dissolves into ash from the head down like the Thanos snap. The ash blows away in the wind, leaving nothing behind. Realistic particle CGI, no crossfade. Set the duration to 6 seconds and generate. Now we've got a solid disintegration shot. All we have to do now is open up our editing software, put the lead up shot onto the timeline, and drag the effect shot right next to it. To blend this together perfectly, all we're gonna do is simply drag the second shot over one frame to the left, covering the last frame of the first clip. And now if we play it back, you'll see that we have a perfect smooth transition from our original non-VFX shot into the disintegration clip. For our fourth effect, we're gonna take some of these same principles and level it up a notch to get a cool transforming effect in the environment. Set up your camera on a tripod in whatever location you want to apply the effect. For me, it was my living room. Now you want to walk into screen and look around or do whatever action you want to. There's just two extremely important things to keep in mind. Whenever you're in the scene, make sure that you don't directly interact with anything in the background. So like you can't like pick something up. Also, make sure that your feet are never visible in the shot. Both of these mistakes will break your footage. Once you have your shot, do what we did with the last dust effect and capture a clean screenshot of the room without you in it. Import this image to Nano Banana and ask the AI to transform the room in any way that you want. I wanted an effect of a magical post-apocalyptic vine overgrowth, so that's what I generated. Now I'm gonna take this overgrown image and set it as an end frame in Kling 3 and use the original clean one as the start frame. I entered this prompt. Vines, plants, and mushrooms quickly grow out of crevices and take over the room. The camera does not move. Now in the resulting video gen, it actually seems like the camera is still doing a very gentle push in, but I think that this is minimal enough that it's really not gonna break the effect because my feet aren't on screen. So the next step is to import this video into DaVinci Resolve. Here I'm gonna place the original clip with me walking through the room on the timeline above it. Now the goal is to make all of this unmagical background disappear, but still leave me in the scene. To achieve this, I'm gonna go down here to the color page. In the shot selector, I'm gonna click on the scene with me in it, then click this little subject icon right here. This opens up the AI Magic Mask feature in Resolve Studio. Move over here to the upper right of this masking box and click Toggle Mask Overlay. This will let us see what we're doing. After that, click on the subject that you want to track. Once your whole subject is selected, go down here to the quality setting and click Better. Then right next to the pause icon, we're gonna hit these two arrows and track backward and forward in the scene. Now you can see that the AI is going to work tracking me. Once the tracking is complete, right click in the node tree area up here on the upper right and click Add Alpha Output. A little blue dot should show up on the right side of the node tree underneath this green one, and all you're gonna do to complete the mask is click the blue box on the clip node and drag the cursor to connect to the blue dot. Now if we go back to our timeline and play the clip, you should see yourself walking through the new environment. Now I know all of these instructions might have been a little bit fast, so don't be afraid to replay it or come back to this video when you're doing the effect yourself and follow along step by step. Knowing how to use the mask tool is especially important because we're using it again in our fifth and final effect, the car explosion. The principles of this effect are exactly the same as the last one with the vines. I took a video of myself reacting to the car exploding, then I used this bare screenshot as a start frame for the car explosion clip, giving Kling 3 this prompt. The car explodes violently, sending debris flying, then burns brightly. Ultra realistic, the camera does not move. I took this resulting explosion shot and I dragged it onto my editing timeline. Here we're gonna follow all of the same steps that we did for our last trick with the magic background masking. But I wanna draw your attention to one key difference. When you're outside like this under harsh light, you need to make sure that you mask the shadows along with yourself. This might take a few extra tries and tweaking the magic mask to really get it right, depending on how complex your background is. But in the end, you should end up with a shot that looks like this. These effects look pretty dang good, but this is just the beginning. I'm super curious to see what you guys come up with using these AI VFX techniques, so let me know down in the comments what effect you're gonna try out first. That said, maybe filming with a real camera isn't your thing. If that's the case, check out this video up over here where I guide you through the steps of generating amazing cinematic scenes using only AI.